Hello everyone, this is Erica the Technology Nerd who likes to film stuff, and yes, this is an iPhone 5. Oh my gosh, you got an iPhone 5, how lame, why would you do that? Well, you know what? There are a lot of people who are very interested in this product, and just because I am an Android fan does not mean that I should neglect the iPhone 5, as it's still a very awesome phone. It's just not great for capabilities such as open source, but otherwise I should not have to dismiss it. So, iPhone 5, here we are. I actually have a review for you all today on the Luxe Original iFrogz case for the new iPhone. This case is extremely easy to acquire. I got it at my local Best Buy. It is a Zagg product, and since Zagg products are very popular, they're very easy to come by. I also have a Zagg screen protector on right here, which I'll be reviewing at a later time. This is the Zagg HD. It looks quite nice, so we will also be considering this as well. I really love the two-toned design on this. Let's go ahead and open it up. The first thing to note would be the soft touch finish on it that's very velvety. It's quite lovely. So I've had some people tell me that it feels slippery, but I think it feels quite grippy and it adds a little bit of something to it. And I noticed that since it does have this soft touch finish on it, it's slightly scratch resistant as well, so that's always nice. This is a two-piece case which comes apart by pressing this button here. No issue there. People are noticing right out of the box that they have scratches on the aluminum, or that the aluminum is very easily scratched on the backside even with very light use. I'm not having any issues as of yet. Now, the first feature that I love about this case is that it has this felt-like lining inside that's very soft, and it's not going to cause any scratching for your phone. Inside here, I think that this is also a soft touch feel as well on the plastic, the same as on the outside. That is always good. When you are installing the phone into the case, make sure you get it in there well, otherwise you might have it uneven and it kind of clicks and does weird things while getting it into place. So make sure you've got it settled correctly. Now, as you're sliding it in for the first few times, you're going to notice probably that the volume rocker or the buttons will catch. Just kind of shimmy it through and it should be just fine. I'd actually gotten this chip right here from the volume rocker scratching against this, so just be careful while getting this in place. So there we are, that is now nice and secure. Now the bottom part goes on easy as well. Now, one of my biggest pet peeves is that when I get a case, I want it to be easy to put on and also easy to take off, but not be easy to come off. You know, that is something that's a huge distinction. If I was to drop this phone, I don't want it to fall into pieces and have the phone bounce out of it. No. So that is what's really nice, is that this little ring here holds it into place. It's very easy to take the phone out and to put the phone back in. And it's not going to scratch the phone or cause any issues with chipping the paint. Another reason that I had chosen this case to be the first and foremost case that I will run to is that the buttons here are open, and so is the volume rocker. A lot of people may find that to be bothersome and would prefer to have silicone buttons on top of this, but again, if I am worrying about this paint scratching, I would be concerned about dirt or grit getting underneath the silicone buttons and be held constantly in place there to where you will see some scratches. On the original iPhone 4, I had a bumper case where it had those nice looking buttons that had actually scratched up the nice matte looking finish on the buttons after a while. So I'm deciding with the iPhone 5 that it's probably a better idea to have just a case that has the buttons and rocker recessed so that there is no constant grip being rubbed or moved against the buttons here. So that'll keep the phone looking nice without scratches. It's got a nice sizable opening here for both your lens, your flash, and your microphone. There are no issues with the flash, such as bounce back or reflection. On the bottom, you've got a nice sizable opening here for your speakers, which are not obstructed at all, and also for your standard headphone jack. Now, I think you'll be able to get the regular headphones into there, or really just any headphone that's not extremely wide, because this opening isn't made to be very huge. So standard headphones that don't have a huge size plug around them should fit just fine. This case has a little bit of a lip, which I really love because it gives it that nice lay on the table design. That way, if I need to, I can set the phone down and I don't have to worry about any scratches or dings, unless of course I'm placing it upside down on rocks and it's going to go past this lip here. But very nice. I don't have to worry about turning it over if I don't want someone looking at my screen, and I don't have to worry. Now, talking about this case and screen protector. So I had mentioned that this is a Zagg HD screen protector that I have on right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. This screen protector is a case-friendly design because I know that this case isn't going to be doing very well with screen protectors that go all the way to the edge. It will probably bubble or have issues with that. So if I'm going to recommend a screen protector to go along with this case, I'm going to be recommending Zagg's own HD screen protector. And you can see that it doesn't cause any issues with bubbling. It's a perfect fit and considers enough space so that you can slide on this little lippy here. Maybe most importantly, this case keeps the very thin profile of your phone. There are cases out there that are going to add a lot of bulk, and this keeps it to a point where you still know that you're holding the iPhone 5. Now, as far as protection with this case, I think you're going to be pretty well protected. If you drop this from a couple feet, you should be just fine. It's going to do really well with drops or dings or bumps. I wouldn't want to drop this from a really high level because it's not coated with silicone like those dual layer cases to give it any type of shock absorption, really. So avoid punting it or dropping it off of tall buildings, or if you're a 6 foot or so tall person, try not to drop it as you're talking on it, because I anticipate that this will probably crack, although it probably won't really cause much damage to the phone underneath. I just wouldn't want to try it. So this has been Erica, the technology nerd who likes to film stuff. This case is very easy to find. You can get it at your local Best Buy. I'm sure you can find it easily on Amazon. The screen protectors are also very easy to find as well because Zagg is a very popular product. And most importantly, it's not going to scratch your phone with that nice felt inside. So you can follow me on Twitter, which is at @Iam_Erica. You can follow me on Facebook, which you can get to from my YouTube main channel page, and I will also put a link to Google Plus in the bottom. This is more of a reminder for myself because I'm very bad with doing this. So yes, Android people, I will be reviewing a lot of Apple stuff as well. I am now doing Android, Windows Phone, Apple, so it's completely non-biased and strictly educational so that people who are interested in the product can have somebody who cares to talk about all this stuff. Yeah, I don't know what these fingers mean, but everyone have a good day. Bye!